Senior Rotax are in the waiting zone now. This is your 14th race of the day, 27. Don't forget, of course, each group has 2 heats as opposed to the 3 that we normally get in the longer summer months. But of course, the meeting needs to be wrapped up around 4 o'clock, I would say, because the track isn't floodlit and the daylight would be a factor later on. At least one thing today, we said, we don't like this miserable weather, but I don't think that low sun's going to be a factor today. It's very cloudy and misty out there, so you won't be getting the low sun in your eyes later on.
As you now see, the Senior Rotax exiting the pit lane and on and getting their outlap, and hopefully get a starting grid. Yes, we do. Deacon Russell and Zach Chapman-Lewis will be on row 1. Charlie Webb and Ewan Charman will be on row 2. Rachel Robinson and Cassius Diaz in row 3. Michael Morgan, George Hart in row 4. Isaac Reynolds and James Tester in row 5. Jack Spencer and Ryan Hedge on row 6. Ethan Martin and Ben Horn on row 7. Sean Rashid and Archie Flint on row 8. Jack Gillingham and Felix Stockline in row 9. Adam White and Ali Al-Kerry row 10, Jonathan Rolton and George Allen row 11, and Joe Fox and Tobias Alvarez on row 12, Harry Bloor and Luke Bate on row 13, Jack Rowe and Tom Pryor and Harry Barton on row 15, Lucas Ellingham and Leonard Gilo on row 16, and to round out this grid, Bryce Madison on row 17.
So 33 drivers getting underway. Yes, they do. Into the first corner, everyone guarding the inside line. Deacon Russell jumping to the inside. Oh, and there we see again the outbraking. Somebody just went straight off the course.
Sav Chapman-Lewis, I think.
Chapman-Lewis,
yeah.
And trouble in the midfield. A few karts getting together. Oh, there's one in the tyre barriers as well, but they pretty much all seem to get away. Number 13
I think that's
on the
Lucas
grass.
Ellingham.
Is that Lucas Ellingham in trouble?
Yeah, the championship leader here. I think he's ended up in the wall.
And that kart is stranded in the wall as the race goes on. Just going to see if the race still continues. Number 13 on the grass as well, Adam White. Driver okay, but out of the race. Here they come over the line. Well, they got the karts clear and away from the tyre barriers, so it's a good, clean track. Racing continues.
So yellow flag through there. So it's going to neutralise all the overtaking through there, but some drivers are still overtaking under that yellow flag. I believe the stewards will be looking at that post-race. But down the inside goes Charlie Webb, currently 2nd place in the championship, and this is his golden opportunity to gain points on Lucas Ellingham. But it wasn't Lucas Ellingham, it was a barrier. I believe that was either Adam White or James Tester, maybe George Allen. So apologies to anyone that is supported Lucas Ellingham.
I think Ellingham was caught up in that melee on the first lap, though, still quite far down in the midfield. Hasn't really made any progress thus far, so we'll monitor the number 99 as the race goes on. And there's a whole gaggle of drivers going through here, but all very closely poised at the start of the race. And it's still Charlie Webb leading. Charman, Deacon Russell, Ethan Martin, Jack Spencer, Rachel Robertson 6th, Ben Horner, Michael Morgan, Jack Ellingham 9th, and George Hart rounding out the top 10 thus far. But at the moment here, it's still very finely poised.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep an eye out on Ewan Charman. I finished 9th last year in British Championship, and he's having a super race in that Hunter Motorsport. But a Battenberg flag just came out. There seems to be a Battenberg flag for... there's a crash. There's been a crash right there.
Yeah, there's a collision just after this first corner. We may see it now when the karts make their way through. 2 karts getting together. I'll try and get the drivers in a moment for you.
I think it was Sean Rashid and Ryan Hedge.
So 2 drivers. Yeah, you're quite right there. Sean Rashid and Ryan Hedge, I believe, are the 2 drivers in the barriers. Just on the exit of Stowe, you see the one kart being pushed away there. But both karts in the barriers in quite a potentially dangerous position there. It's on the exit of the corner, so the officials bringing up the Battenberg flags. Again, just to reiterate, the drivers are still under race conditions here. It's akin to a safety car, you might say. The drivers have to really slow their speed. But here, I think, John, it looks like I think this is the drivers taking it amongst themselves. They're anticipating it's going to go green on the next lap, so they're just looking to bring the pace down here. The race leader, of course, Charlie Webb, is responsible for this, and he's really brought the pace right down, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's obviously the go-karting tactic here, where you want to really slow down the pack, and then somewhere around the back straight, or maybe going into Kimbolton corner you go. And just wanted to mention, though, Harry Bartle and Lucas Ellingham. Harry Bartle's gained 18 places from 30th, so keep an eye on him, having the momentum on his side. And what a brilliant driver he is. Like we could think he probably gained some more places, currently running in 12th, and Lucas Ellingham in 14th, gaining 17 places.
So as we anticipate a green flag, this restart in effect could really benefit those two drivers as well. Bunched it all back up again. Here we go, so it goes back to green, and it looks like Charlie Webb picks his moment, but...
Here comes Ewan Sharman. He's going to make a move. No, he doesn't. 6 behind him.
Whole group of spectators on the inside of the first corner now after all this trouble at the start of the race, but everyone's okay.
Lock up.
So a look up there with, was that about 8th place, I think, but they all seem to have got through okay. Well, it's an incident-packed race here, you have to say, as Jack Spencer's gone up to 5th place now, as we look back to our leaders, and it's still incredibly there after all that action on the first corner. Charlie Webb doing very well there and holding on to the lead.
Yeah, I believe Ewan Sharman should try to... Oh, just as I say that, a bit of commentator's curse. Ewan Sharman just goes down the inside of Charlie Webb. I was just about to say that they should start working together, but Charlie Webb responds back as he goes down the inside on Ewan Sharman. Brilliant move from him. As now through the Amiotsu straight we're about to enter. Sharman is all over the back of him, but don't count out Deacon Russell.
Looked like there with the race leader Webb, they're just looking to gesticulate, they're trying to get him to work together here because they know it's a very close race here and quite keen to avoid a bit of race action until the final lap, it would seem.
Well, they absolutely should. They're both, all 4 of these drivers in this pack are all talented. As a bit of a nudge there from Ewan Sharman. Nudged Charlie Webb a bit, but it looked all clean. But here comes Ethan Martin. Deacon Russell goes defensive. Charlie Webb defends that inside line. Can Ewan Sharman get a switch back? No, he doesn't, but he's plunged all over the back of Charlie Webb and through into the Amiotsu straight. It's been a really good race so far. It's now through the now entering the Dan Weldon corner. Ewan Sharman trying to plot a move here to take the lead of this race, but Charlie Webb is just defending and defending. He's doing a very good job defending so far, but the chasing pack of Ben Horner and Rachel Robertson are slowly catching. As now through the Heinz straight we go. Charlie Webb goes defensive. There's number 64 and 93 are under investigation.
Yeah, this is always gone a bit wide after the first corner. This is the real risk when you go full defensive, is that it just draws everyone else in. And Charlie Webb still leads the race here, but he is really going for the defensive tactics here, guarding the... Oh, look at him taking all that curb, going through the Derek's corner in towards the Dan Weldon corner, and again, just look at how aggressive he is turning into those apexes there, guarding that lead. This is not the fastest line. It's not going to allow him to pull away at all, but he is going full defensive here. He's got to, again, very early on the apex, going into the Kimbolton corner. Over the line they go with 24 seconds left on the clock, so it's 2 laps to go here. But look how close they are. 1 second covering the top 6 drivers. So a little bit of tactics here. I don't think anyone's going to be too aggressive here on this penultimate lap of the race because it's still wide open here, John.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, what? Charlie Webb just absolutely demolished that second curb. As now it's Dan Weldon corner we go. Charlie Webb still leads, but Harry Bartle from 30th is now starting to catch this pack as down the inside he goes. But we're going to watch the leaders here with Ewan Sharman with the Hunter Motorsports and Charlie Webb as the last lap is now out. But Charlie Webb has a bit of a gap now to Ewan Sharman. Not that much action going on with the leaders so far, but this could all change through the Amiotsu straight. And now just enter it, but Sharman is just too far behind. It's now through we go these complex of corners and entering the Dan Weldon corner, who I believe is named after Dan Weldon. As now it's through the back straight we go. TKM straight, sorry. Charlie Webb still leads us out. Harry Bartle all over the back of Ben Horner, but Charlie Webb has absolutely dominated this race. Brilliant defending from him, and he's going to win Heat 2. Charlie Webb wins Heat 2. It's an absolutely super race from him. Ewan Sharman in the Hunter Motorsport finishes second. Ethan Martin with another superb drive gains 10 places there. Deacon Russell finishes 4th. Rachel Robertson 5th. Ben Horner 6th. Harry Bartle went from 30th to 7th. Gained 23 places. Jack Spencer 8th. Jack Gillingham 9th. George Hart 10th. Lucas Ellingham with a super drive to 11th, gaining 20 places there.